Why won't this stay? I don't think that I can make that stay any further up. It just keeps Anyways. Yes, this is Remember That One Time with your host, Chris.
And CJ.
And we are bringing you one singular titty today because this is a legendary titty that has gone down in the history books for years. And it's finally surfaced.
Is this what I think it is?
It might be.
What year are we in, pray tell?
2001. We are in November of 2001.
Oh, I know it.
Maybe not. The next one is just as epic, so I'm going to have to save it for the next time because it deserves its own thing too. So instead of doing double tonight, you're just getting the one, but it's big enough to where it's not going to be a problem.
One titty with the promise of another.
Exactly. So with no further ado, I'm pissed off at Mom again and I've got a list here in like numerical list. 1, she doesn't want me to date, in parentheses, but I do. Of course.
But
How much dating was I doing in 01?
None.
Yeah, absolutely none. So 2, she made, and then 3 lines underneath it, she made me eat a pork chop.
I knew it.
Yep, it's the pork chop entry. Number 3, she grounded me from the radio because I did not eat said pork chop. To this day, I still do not eat pork chops on fucking principle alone. I don't even care.
Frankly, because when done properly, they're really good.
No, they taste...
Do you like them and you just don't want to admit it? You don't want to go there because you still want to stick it to your mom 20 years later? Or do you actually not like them?
I think it's half and half. It also has to do with the way that they're, I said processed, but the way that they're prepared. Like down here, down south, they're always fried. So for some reason, Ethan's whacked out family, instead of calling them what they are, pork chops, they call it fried meat. Like they don't even specify what meat it is. It's just fried meat. They're pork chops. They're breakfast chops that are fried.
That could be anything. Like fried chicken is fried meat. Fried Spam is fried meat, kind of.
Well, to them, fried meat equals pork chops. And so it's always so like greasy. And when my mom made it, she always made pork chops like doused in egg and flour and then fried. So I equate pork chops with like dry, floury, greasy. Like how can something be dry and greasy in the same like space?
True.
I don't know, but a pork chop can.
Yeah, and they're usually like really thin, so you have to be careful with how long you cook them.
Yeah, or
a minute too long, and you're gonna be chewing it forever.
Yeah, you have pork chop jerky.
Yeah,
it's a problem. So, I guess it's still to this day I do not eat pork chops on principle alone. Right. So, plus I'll probably be grounded from the radio, phone, TV, and any other source of communication available to me for the rest of the week because I won't do the dishes until somebody takes out the dead mouse that's under the sink. I will die on this hill.
Oh my God.
Yes. Take out the mouse, then maybe you'll get your dishes washed. But until then, I ain't doing it. We had it. So I grew up in a farmhouse on some acreage, and we always had mice for some reason just show up. You can't avoid it. Well, we would also have the problem sometimes where if you ever had a mouse die in the walls of your house,
yeah, it's bad.
You can't get rid of that smell.
Do about it. Like there's nothing you can do.
You
just gotta write it out.
Yeah, that's your life now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not like a normal, like, something that's like dead on the street and there's things helping it decay, like it's
No.
going to take months and you're going to smell it every single second. For that
Indeed.
Yeah.
It sucks. It is nasty. So let's see. Oh, yeah, and I'm finally rid of Jason. Good riddance. Me and him got in a big fight today. I don't know why I am getting rid of your, not even boyfriend. He was
my phone pal, I guess. I never met him.
Phone pal is a good term for that. I like it.
We talked on the phone like religiously
Mm-hmm.
every single night for hours. And you know what? I'm convinced, like, the amount of time that I spent on the phone as a kid, I'm convinced that's why I hate talking on the phone now. I fucking despise it. And I mean, Chris is on the road all the time, so he calls me like a million times a day, and I'm just like, I hate it, but like I get so annoyed. Like he'll be calling me and I'm like, the fuck do you want? We live together. Just talk to me at home. But then I remember, like, most of the time he's asleep by the time I get home, so we can't. So we have to talk on the phone, and it fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Mine stems from the first, like, 10 years of my professional career was spent in cubicles and call centers with somebody behind me, like, telling me, make a call, make the call, make the call. So I constantly was calling strangers and constantly getting hung up on or yelled at or something like that. And therefore, I hate the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I did tech support for Apple. Nobody calls Apple unless they're ready to throw their phone in a microwave.
Yeah. They're usually pretty mad by the time they've called Apple.
Exactly. So at this point in my current position, I do everything I can to schedule appointments through email because, one, I like having a paper trail so that if somebody comes back and tries to pull some bullshit, I can clap back with the per my last email.
That's my favorite line in business. I love
Yes,
it.
the corporate clapback is my favorite.
Yes.
So, yeah, and if I have to actually pick up the phone and call people, which I've got a list of like 6 that I have to tomorrow, like I have to give myself a pep talk. I've got to go for like a walk around the building for 10 minutes.
Why are we like this? Like in real life, like with people we know, well, hell, even people we don't know, like in person, we're social.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
we're social. Like, I don't know, but I have the same problem. I will do everything I fucking possibly can to not have to call somebody.
Same. Now, like I'm a receptionist. I can pick up the phone. Like, I don't care if you call me. I'll handle whatever you throw at me. But if I have to call you, I am praying the entire time that I get a voicemail that's not set up yet.
Yes.
That's the gold.
It's like, which one is worse, if they pick up or if you have to leave a message? They're both bad. They both suck. Because, like, the whole time when I'm listening to their message, you know, whatever they're saying, and I'm getting ready to say the message, I'm, like, running through my head, like, what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And by the time I hear the beep, I'm like, and then I'm just like, words. I don't know them.
Yeah. Well, with call center training, receptionist training, and my radio degree, I'm really good with scripts. So I have like already memorized the same voicemail that I send everybody. So I've got it down pat. Yeah. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Miss Davenport. This is Chris or actually, I have to use my full name. So, hi, Miss Davenport. This is Kristen with Simspire. I am calling to schedule your low voltage wiring appointment for your home at Sheffield Park with Beezer Homes. We put in your cable outlets and internet and data wiring throughout the walls of the home as it's being built. So we need to schedule a time for you to come in and let us know where exactly you want us to place those. If you could give me a call at 615, the phone number, extension 221, or press 0 for reception, and that will take you right to me. Have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Done. Yeah. Every single one.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with me. Like, I have like, if I'm just calling to confirm an appointment, like I could do that in my sleep. But like calling somebody for a specific reason, like especially like to go over insurance stuff.
Oh, yeah.
To me, like, I always put myself in their position. Like, I want to know, how did the insurance company come to this conclusion? Like, how did you come up with this number? I'm not just going to accept the number. I want to know how. And
Yeah.
usually I will go into that spiel of how we got to this number. And some people just don't give a fuck. And they're like,
Shut the fuck
I'll
up.
pay whatever it is. If it's $5,000, it's fine. I'll pay it. And then other people are asking questions. And then I'm just like, just no. You call me, I'll hang up. You call me and ask me, and then I can tell you whatever you want to know. But me calling you, nope. Don't work.
No, not my favorite. This is why they've tried to draft me to the billing side of things so many times. And I keep telling them, I'm like, if I have to call for like collections, or if someone's calling me pissed about, like, I don't want to fuck with money. One, I suck with numbers and math anyway. I do not math. So the last time they were like, hey, do you want to go into our billing department and take this position? Like, it would be a raise or whatever. And I'm like, that sounds peachy. However, how many millions do you want to lose in 35 days? Add 3 more zeros to that, and that's what you're going to lose if you put me in charge of any sort of numbers.
Yeah, so it's a struggle.
Yeah, so that derailed really fast, but
we do this. Avoiding it.
Yeah, there's not really. So for some reason, I decided to get rid of CJ's phone pal, Jason, and good riddance to him, apparently. Me and him got in a big fight today. I don't know what that fight was about. I did not go further into that. Like, you would think I would be like, oh, yeah, he was wrong about blah, blah, blah. No, we got in a fight. That's all you need to know.
I don't even know about this. This is news to me 20 years later.
This is why he dropped off the planet. Sorry.
Press. Yeah, thanks for that.
Let's see. Plus, I got some more Guns N' Roses interviews off the TV. Yay. That Axl Rose looks so incredible. All his fine, small features, but my personal favorite's his ass. Can we say awesome?
Small features?
I don't know. Because you know that I had that thing for, like, really, really skinny guys for the longest time. Like,
no,
if I could, like, put ranch dressing in their clavicle, like, that was the way to go. So, yeah, that wraps up the titty. That's the famous pork chop titty. Mom made me eat a pork chop. I got grounded for not eating the pork chop, and fuck your dishes, there's a mouse.
I like it.
Yeah, so that is that. We don't really need to get into sponsors in this one because it's small. It's a titty. You know our sponsors. Mic Drop Mobile Media for once, weddings and gatherings and bar mitzvahs and shit resumes. Guess what? Mic Drop recently got a projector that came in the mail today. That was an anniversary present that was like, how many months late? A lot. So.
Wow, 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months late.
Like an early anniversary present.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, there is now a really fancy projector involved. I'm just working on getting, if you haven't noticed, I am DJ Chris with Mic Drop Mobile Media. Yeah. I'm working on getting a screen. They make screens that you can get in, like, the camping section for like $15. So I'm looking into getting one of those, or maybe one of the inflatable screens. I don't know yet. But working on a screen and working on a stand for the projector as well. So we're getting fancy up in this bitch.
Hell yeah.
Yep. One of these days, like, my dream is to have one of those, like, facades that go in front of me that, like, has a built-in monitor in the facade so that you can, like, do karaoke, or it can run like a thing.
One day. You'll get there.
One day. And, of course, Perfectly Polished Paragraphs is our other sponsor. PP20 still gets you 10% off, I believe.
It does. Yeah.
That is. Okay. And then, of course, Audible. That is audibletrial.com/remember that one time. Or if you're too dense to figure that out, just go to ourtalkshow.com and click the icon in the top corner. That pretty much wraps it up.
There's no excuse. You should go do it.
Do it. Do it now. I'm actually about to jump into Gold Dust Woman, or either that one, or I'm looking into the autobiography of Pamela Des Barres, who is one of the most prolific groupies. She's got a book called I'm with the Band. So,
Oh.
yeah. And like, I am looking at a candle called I'm with the Band that's like, she worked with this candle company that I'm trying to like slide in their DMs and see if I can get some sponsorship going there. But they've got a candle called I'm with the Band too that they worked with her. So that's really cool that their candles are a bit expensive, but this week it's like the 15% off candle of the week or whatever. So I'm looking at getting that. But I'm also like, I follow her on Instagram, and my goal is for us to get like big enough to where maybe I can pitch it and see if I can get the Miss Pamela on our show to tell stories about Rockstar Dicks. That would be great.
Dude, that would be amazing and awesome inspiration.
Yes. For my book, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, exactly. So book's happening. Still in like the middle of chapter 13, which is the last chapter of part 2. So I've only got part 3 left. I have got more written than left to write. So that's coming like, I don't know, 2023. We'll see. Something like that.
It's plodding along. It's good. It is it's a thriller for sure. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say more drama because if you say thriller, it makes it sound like
Well, it's just okay. Yeah.
it's not in the thriller genre.
No, it's edge of your seat type is what I meant.
There you go. There are twists and turns, to say the least.
Yes.
Yeah, so that wraps it up. Until next time, remember to say yes to adventures because they become stories, and in the end, that is all we are.
Cheers.
Cheers.